Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need shadow read for this April 2022? I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, link in the description box. Creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. I am the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey. Hey y'all. Hey my Sagittariuses, my 9th housers. Hope you are all well, but it is shadow read time. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, the 5-card draws and the 7-card draws, the waxing and the waning moon reads, the most important thing I do here, because they are not timeless readings, they are timed readings, but certainly go back and look at other times in your life in these and see what's there for you in hindsight, because it's usually 2020. But if you are new to the channel, a 7-card draw just means 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. The 7-card draws are for the waning moon, from full to new, and let's look at that. The full moon in Libra, Saturday, April 16th, 2:54 p.m. I'm in New York, so that's Eastern time, and I'm doing my full moon magic the night before. On Friday, full moon, even a waxing to full moon on a Friday, and Libra is love magic, love magic, love magic, and not just that love yourself yet, that's there too. But that's that 7th house, partnerships, marriages, right? Fairness, all that jazz. So it is a general read. We are, however, looking at a general read for a waning. I forgot this part. The releasing, the letting go, the forgiveness, the alchemy, the surrender, the fun stuff, the shadow work to the new moon in Taurus. Saturday, April 30th, 4:27 p.m. The days before that will be dark moon in Aries. Could be tricky, planet Earth in general. Don't take it too personally. So the 3 days before new moon is dark moon, balsamic moon. So then Aries before Taurus. That 2nd house Taurus dynamic for new moon is really, really good for planting seeds, both literal and metaphoric. Just saying. So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, right? Your sun sign, your moon, your rising, your Venus are going to get very different takes on one particular situation, or maybe 4 different situations, because we are all learning how to release, to do the shadow work, right? To heal, and to put a fine point on it. I'm well aware of what's going on planet Earth, the Ukraine, and elsewhere. I do watch the news. I'm a spiritual counselor. I have to know what's up for people, right? What they're talking about. I need to have some idea, and if I don't pretend that I do. So all of us doing the shadow work now, those of us who have the wherewithal to do so. The guidance, the grace, the love, wisdom, and the power within us to alchemize the lead to gold. As we do that, we heal the collective shadow, and we will see less of this toxic crazy on planet Earth as a result. You do your part, I'll do mine. And I said it in the Scorpio reading I just did. Course in Miracles says, tend your corner of the garden. There's just one garden, but you weed yours. It helps everybody else's, because we're not all interconnected. We're all one. Shall we? So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can. If you stay here now, focused on the breath, let's see what hits the table, shall we? I'm tired of explaining. Enough exposition. Let's get to divination. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, the higher selves of all involved, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons, traditions, lineages, and cultures, for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, using the Caroline Myss archetype deck. What is the dominant archetype? The program running in their 8th chakra, the soul power being developed, alchemized from shadow to gold, pain to peace, kitty cats, truth to illusion, toxic to healthy, affecting all the other chakras underneath them, what they attract, what they repel. What's the shadow work here indicated for the Sagittarians? This full to new, well, it was 2, which also rhymes, this full to new, April 2022. too. Very specific, very specific. The mentor archetype, it's in that title. A member of the wisdom family. There are 9 different families. That's one of them, the wisdom family. Now, I'm not really a mentor, I am a teacher. That's dominant in, that's my lifelong, it's called the Chronos archetype in the wisdom family. But you can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. I have certainly mentored people, but not necessarily spiritually. I've done that in my life a bit personally. Let's look at this. The shadow work indicated inability to allow the student, kitty cats, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master. Now, we've been in that situation, but as the student, yeah. Imparting false instructions, which is absolutely was part of that gig a long, long time ago. So you might even be dealing with a mentor here. It still means that the mentor archetype is in your energy field. What you're shooting for here, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Now, my students I approach as teachers, but I have had many a person find themselves under my wings in my personal life, not my professional life, where I have done just that in all sorts of different ways, shapes, and forms. But want to clarify, wisdom can't be taken from you. Knowledge plus experience equals wisdom. So sometimes we don't see the wisdom we have until we do the shadow work. And that's why the last card down, the Blessed Be, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower, gives us an indication of what the gold is here, the hidden blessing, right? If you do the alchemy from lead to gold, the shadow work. Let's look at the next 4 chakras down, all right? Crown chakra, spiritual power. Third eye, mental power. Throat chakra, willpower. Choices, decisions, from the micro to the macro. The micro tend to be choices that have consequences, but then there are life-changing decisions, right? Sometimes they're hard to tell the difference, and you don't see until afterwards what you thought was a choice was a life-changing decision, and what you thought was a life-changing decision ended up just being a choice. So this is the feminine energy, the world behind your eyes, your internal energy, your yin dynamic, your goddess energy, whatever you want to call it. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the goddesses of fire, the Sagittarius powers of the south for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Watching this video, receiving this reading, please, what is the Daughters of the Moon Tarot? What do they need to be aware of? Heart, third eye, crown, because third chakra is choice and decision, and they have to choose to do the shadow work or not. And every choice has a consequence, right? Every decision has a consequence. Location, intensity, right? Eau de toilette, cologne, perfume, 3 levels of power. So what do they need to be aware of to help them with this shadow work? This new to full mentoring somehow. April 2022. All right, there you go. Conflict. 4 flames. Now the 4 wands. Traditional Rider-Waite, you don't see that. You see that as more of a time of rest or marriage or engagement. And I get it, you live in a card. Well, this is not the case in Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Fiona Morgan here has the artistry of 2 archers pointing at each other, their flaming arrows, but 1 dragon fueling the fire. So there is a conflict here. This is very throat chakra. This is very element of fire, right? Will, what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart desire, but are you going to spit, swallow, or chew? No, this feels like chew. I'm going to chew on this for a little bit. I'm going to chew on this for a little bit. Particularly if you are the mentee to a toxic mentor. You'd be like, am I learning? Am I being held back? Something going on here that I need to be aware of. So a conflict of choice here is indicated. That was fast. Let's get the lower 3 chakras, the yang dynamic, the masculine energy. You from the outside looking in, you from the inside looking at another person, place, or thing. But also, the lower 3 chakras are all about our relationships in the world. Root chakra is tribes, groups of people, bad reputation nation, Joan Jett, that's a tribe, right? Deadheads, that's a tribe. Yankees fans, that's a tribe. Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, liberals. We belong to so many tribes, so keep that in mind. Second chakra, one-on-one relationships, umbilical cord type of relationships, navel to navel, and certainly a mentor and a mentee. Could be that, but could also be a thing, like money. Your relationship umbilically to a person or a thing. And a place would be root chakra. And the solar plexus, your relationship to yourself in the world. Your boundaries, what you will, what you won't, what you do, what you don't. Your survival intuition, your self-esteem, your honor code and all that jazz. Breathe. Still point. It's a call upon the gods of fire, sign of Sagittarius, powers of the south. A mythic tarot, please, for the masculine energy, the yang dynamic for the Sagittarian collective. Sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading. Alchemizing the mentor, inner conflict. What's going on the outside here? Make it specific, make it clear for the Sages. So they can do this shadow work, this full to new April 2022. And there we go, the lovers. Now this, yes, may or may not be about a lover romantic relationship. I don't read it that way. This is a life-changing decision. This is the Lovers card. Here we have the Judgment of Paris. Read the myth. It's what kicked off the Trojan War because the goddess of discord was not invited to the wedding of Katniss and Harmonia. You don't invite discord to a wedding, but, you know, you do you. She got angry about it. Why wouldn't she? She's a goddess of discord. Took a golden apple of immortality, wrote to the most beautiful woman, the most beautiful goddess, and it hucked it into the wedding. Aphrodite, Athena, Hera all jumped for it, and Zeus was like, I'm not choosing between my wife and my daughters. This is a lose-lose-lose situation. Well, lose-lose win, depending on who you chose. No. So they summoned Paris, the Judgment of Paris, this is called. Aphrodite offered him the most beautiful woman in the world as his wife. Athena offered him the wisdom to know all things, all-knowing, all-wise. Hera offered him power, that sort of global power, that power in the world to essentially be an emperor. He chose Aphrodite, Helen of Troy, Trojan War, life-changing decision, right? So here you go. You got a choice, a conflict in your throat chakra, spit, swallow, or chew. This is life-changing. Life-changing. I would say, I think I'll have another cup of coffee. That's a choice. I think I'll pack it all in and move to South America and grow my own coffee beans, you know, and you know, Mal's beans. No, that's a life change. I'm not up for it. So we got your chakras here. Let's get you a Matt Kahn healing mantra card, a mantra to help you do the shadow work as you go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the ascended masters of the General Assembly, because this could be about anything. Sometimes it's really clear what it's about, you know, but not so much here. But we got a mentor in the 8th. 4 of Flames conflict on the inner, Lovers card on the outer. What's the perfect healing mantra? Make it clear and specific for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, that 9th house Jupiterian thing. Help them expand their mind while they're doing the shadow work here with the perfect healing mantra. This full to new April 2022. Cultivating courage in any given moment. I always know exactly what to do. Come now. Come now. If you saw how much prayer and meditation and what I do, Wim Hof breath and all of that, and just to get ready to do these, no wonder these hit the table like Lego bricks sometimes. Cultivating courage in any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. Certainly, the ego does not experience that. The personality may be in doubt, but the soul knows that to be absolute truth. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. Cultivating courage, like it's planting season here, right? Like it was out today. It was took an avocado out of a bottle of water and put it in the earth. Like, cultivating, which is by the way the word sativa means in Latin or Greek, I forget. It means cultivated. Indica. When courage is cultivated, you are aware of your choices and able to pinpoint your most inspired options with accuracy and ease. Gee, like an archer with a bow and arrow or something. By the way, could this be a little bit less Sagittarian, like flaming arrows pointing at each other? It's so Sag. Oh my god, that's so Raven. That's so Sag. Options, in other words, the options you get, may not always match up to the things you want, but they will always give you the exact experiences you need to further evolve your soul. In other words, it's not about the ego getting everything it wants, because as soon as it gets what it wants something else. That's the nature of that game. Now, the ego's not the enemy. It is eventually unraveled and absorbed into the soul, a little bit like the Borg, but higher vibe. As you cultivate courage, and by the way, courage, the heart, as you cultivate courage, you are stepping into a new frontier of soul expansion, where life has permission to guide you forward into the fulfillment of your long-awaited destiny. And we're all handed fate, but it's easy to suffer fate if you don't take the journey. That's how you alchemize fate to destiny led to gold. You do the shadow work, you take the hero's journey. That's how the ego evolves through the personality into the soul. Human Hero, Immortal God, teaching it at Beltane and Huntington on May 7th. There'll be a video, I hope. This mantra is ideal for breaking old habits, deepening your focus, and following your heart. Courage, mon amour. Courage! Way too much Hercule Poirot in my life right now, but I'm okay with it. So, you got this life-changing decision, but a good mantra to start. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. The thing is we want to know what to do 2 weeks from now, or even 2 hours from now, or even 2 minutes from now. In that present moment, your intuitive stuff will align you, but if it is life-changing, it's going to take courage to do this. So you cultivate it bit by bit by bit. Makes a lot of sense. Pour moi, tu moi, à moi. So let's see what the higher selves have to say here. Now, I could say this could involve another person. One would think with the mentor. Maybe this is some kind of soul well, every relationship, reason, season, or lifetime is a soul contract. But one where you have to follow your heart and maybe move that 4 of flames to the 5 of flames, usually a lot trickier. Let's see what your higher selves and the higher selves of all involved have to say. Please take a nice deep breath. One more. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the Whispers of Love Oracle message you have for the Sagittarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading? There are others involved. This message is for them as well, to help them do the shadow work. Mentor in the 8th, conflict on the inner, lovers on the outer, cultivating courage. In any given moment, they'll know exactly what to do. What's the piece of inspiration, information, insight you have for them this April, new to full? Full to new, sorry, April 2022. Embrace your emotions. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Now, how much courage does that take to feel what you're feeling without burning down the village or drowning the village? Fire or water, right? There are other symbols for emotions there, I'm sure. No, you gotta embrace your emotions. And those, one would think, for a shadow read, about embracing the uncomfortable emotions, the terrifying emotions. But to cultivate the courage to do that, it's like, I do shadow work pretty much every day. I'm a Pisces moon, I'm a global empath, but at least I know that, right? So to find the courage to do that, well, I make myself a cup of coffee, get myself in my bathrobes, usually 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning when this goes down. I'm not having the coffee then, obviously. And I just say, all right, show me what you want me to do, right? Help me heal this. And I call upon my guides, and then whatever arises, love that. The first book by Matt Kahn. I really love his work. Never met him. Great guy. Looks like, who knows? Seems like it. He's a Pisces. How bad could he be? Kidding, Matt. Kidding. Just teasing. He does have that little brother vibe for me. I'd definitely be his bigger brother. I don't wear sweater vests. I don't eat kale. Kale belongs in shrubbery, but that's you do you. Trying to keep it light. 2 more cards left. We're going to do the Divine Animals Oracle to get you in touch with the pantheon of totems and spirit animals, because everybody's got them all the time, even if they're not physically manifest. I mean, you really don't want the wildebeest just popping up in your living room one day. But the energy of it might be hopeful. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the spirit animals and totems for the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. Who walks with them, who swims with them, who flies with them, who crawls with them, with the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power that they need, doing the shadow work with the mentor archetype, 4 flames, conflict on the inner, lover's life-changing decision on the outer, cultivating courage at any given moment. We all know exactly what to do, but do we do it and do we know it? But they gotta embrace their emotions. Don't push down their feelings or judge their emotions. So really, what is the totemic message from the Divine Animals Oracle by Stacey DeMarco? A gorgeous deck and a really well-written, thorough booklet. Bookie book. What do they need? Who walks, who swims, who flies, who crawls with them this full to new April 2022. You peacock. NBC, proud as a peacock. Peacock. Prosperity work. Card number 39. There's a George Carlin joke there I'm not going to say on YouTube, even though I demonetized myself voluntarily, and I'm not going to. Follow me on Patreon. I'll say it there. You're paying me for that, and you don't care. You don't care. All right, let's read from the bookie book. 39. Don't comment in the section if you know what that joke is. We don't need that kind of trouble on planet Earth. The peacock is the male, peahen is the female, but that ain't the joke. Shall we? Breathe. Card number 39, Peacock, Prosperity. Prosperity is coming to you. A flow of abundance is on its way. Expect a new income stream. Jackpot alert. Clear the energy in your home or office. Good for a shadow work thing, by the way. Do not be afraid of success. You can rise from difficult circumstances. And I'm wondering if this has to do with a mentor, particularly a business mentor. Doesn't want you making more money or getting ahead. Like, a mentor can even be a trainer, right? You know, you go in either for a new job and they train you and it's just toxic from jump, or you're making a lateral move but still need training, or getting a promotion, you still need training. That could play out a lot of different ways. But also, prosperity can have a lot to do with family relationships, romantic relationships, friends. Well, you know what Ascended Master Lauper says? Money changes everything. Let's read you the magic. Peacock magic is shimmering and rich. It is the energy you call upon when you need more abundance in all areas of your life. Like the goddess Lakshmi, that's the face in the center of the picture there. The peacock represents beauty and pure light. So when you need to clear your space, call upon this iridescent power. Now, I will say the peacock also has a very strong connection to the goddess Hera. Argus, 1,000 eyes, really good myth. Good to know. She got eyes everywhere. Our lovely queen of the heavens, Hera. But definitely, she is a sky goddess. Her jewels are the stars in the night sky. So this is about you really shining. And allowing this conflict the time that it needs for you to cultivate the courage and embrace your feelings, because as you do shadow work, lead is an insulator. Won't let energy pass through it, let alone light. Gold is a conductor. That's why our devices are so expensive, because they use gold. There's gold in their phones, right? So, you know, call upon that. Show your stuff a little bit. Be NBC, proud as a peacock. What do you want? I was raised in the 80s. I have all sorts of jingles in my head. Thank you, subconscious mind. Barfing them up during general reads on YouTube. Let's get to that golden blessing. The hidden blessing with the blessed be, as I said, the mystical Celtic cards to enrich and empower by Lucy Cavendish. because that light attribute is worth it. I just wonder if you are the student or the mentor, or maybe you're both, right? It could be one at work, another at home. Y'all. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the pantheons of all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please, what is the hidden blessing for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, so that they can alchemize the mentor, so that they can pass on wisdom and refine a student's character, or receive that in this mentorship dealio, and be able to resolve that conflict in the throat chakra of the Four of Flames, right? I want to, but should I? I don't know. Because this is a life-changing decision, and if this is dealing with a mentor, and there is a romantic sexual vibe here, which isn't necessarily screaming here, but then that is an ethical quandary, therefore the solar plexus would be really important. What's your honor code? Is it being asked to be alchemized into something a little higher, more in alignment with the courage of your soul that you are cultivating here? In any given moment, you'll always know exactly what to do. Don't beat yourself up if you think you're going to do one thing, and in the moment that changes. But you're a Sagittarius, so we're used to that. But for them to embrace their emotions, not to push down their emotions or judge their emotions, but they're not setting the village aflame either, because there is prosperity here for them. Yes, it can be a prosperity of wisdom. It can be a prosperity of truth. But it's also probably a prosperity of something financial, right? We're talking about Lakshmi. We're talking about Hera. That's not a quiet, subdued wealth, although tasteful. Although there's no accounting for taste in this world, certainly not now. So what is the hidden blessing? You get what I'm saying, pantheons, all pantheons. What's the blessed be oracle message for them this full to new April 2022? A blessing on your intuition. Just hanging out with an owl in the woods with a crystal ball, as one does. Card number 8, a blessing on your intuition. Now, all joking aside, we do these blessings for real. It doesn't mean we can't have fun with it. Some of them do make me giggle. And certainly a blessing on the intuition here to make a wise, loving, empowered decision seems right on the mark. Pardon the pun. Please take a nice deep breath. Torch of Ariel, let the go. Still point. Pantheons of all pantheons, confer this blessing through me. Card number 8, a blessing on your intuition. A blessing to create a trusting relationship with your own inner guidance, so that in any given moment you always know exactly what to do. In this world, many will seek to guide you, like a mentor. They will hold a torch aloft and show you the road that they will promise you has been a destination that is heavenly or healing, or a home for the spirit in which you will be loved, in which you will finally belong, with a very long run-on sentence there. Ms. Cavendish, may this blessing light the torch of your own inner guide, who alone knows the truth of your soul, because it is the higher self and or the soul. May you begin to sense out what is best for you, without pride or vain public deliberating. May you just simply connect with a light within, which is a truth within, and from that light shine out. And with that light, the glowing radiance of your own intuition, the guide of your own spirit. May the road you take be softly illuminated through the shadow work. I'm digging that for you. May you trust when it takes place, but not force it on another. May your own intuition grow in its light until it glows bright when needed and softens when you feel ready to walk steadily into the direction of your own soul. May you trust that you are becoming who you were born to be, and never who another would make you. May this intuition not be taken by mistakes or misinterpretations, but may you open up to the senses you were so gifted with by the Spirit that guides us all. And may your own inner wisdom that will be expressed through that innate gift of intuition be given room to blossom. May you be taught well, but not attached to the teachers of these intuitive gifts, like a mentor. Like a mentor is my commentary. And may you come to understand that the price of walking this way of truth to the self may sometimes be high. It is the road less traveled. Everybody else wants you to jump off the cliff with them with the rest of the lemmings. And just don't. But never as high as the giving up of will and spirit and guidance to others. Screw that. Obviously, I don't live that way. Let yourself be open to the messages from within first, and then allow the world to speak to you through the filter of your most pure, intuitive gift, embracing your emotions, cultivating courage in a life-changing decision. Ready? Let's do this. A blessing on their intuition for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So will it be. And so it is. And that's a good Sagittarius read. It does make sense. In a mentor situation, refine your own character if you're in a toxic mentor situation that you're in conflict with, in a life-changing decision. Not just a crossroads, a life-changing decision. But cultivating courage. In any given moment, you'll always know exactly what to do, but you have to embrace your emotions, not push them down, but not let them take you over either. And though there's a difference between emotion and intuition, you gotta start somewhere, right? Particularly because there is prosperity in some way, shape, or form, but a shining, bright, peacocky way of doing this. And the hidden blessing is your intuition. So what you're feeling is right on, but that doesn't mean it's so clear all the time. Not during shadow work, but certainly clear that slate for you. So, did you like the reading? Hit the thumbs up. Help the other Sagittarians find it. It does help the channel as well. And if you have not subscribed yet and you want more of me, well, that's easy. Hit the subscription button. Because I'm good. I'm the fun one. And I put these out when they're ready. So you might want to hit the notification bell too. Why? Because I'm having a field day. Doing my life purpose. Sharing what I know to be true in a less censored environment on Patreon. Patreon.com/drawingthecircle. I've got humans, I've got heroes, I've got angels, I've got witches, immortals, gods, and goddesses. Ha ha, wig. Over there, if you want to go check it out, there's a link in the description box, and my new welcome video and the April update is there as well. So thank you so much for watching. Seriously, wishing you all the very best and the very, very blessed of this shadow work. Good luck, and if you need a reading, reach out. Our video in the description box, booking a reading with Mal, a YouTube video explains it all for you, just like Clarissa. Have fun with it, my Sagittarius asses. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.